In the heart of the Egyptian desert, an ancient tomb had been uncovered, revealing a mummified body wrapped in layers of linen. The tomb was said to belong to a pharaoh who had ruled over Egypt thousands of years ago. But the discovery of the tomb also brought with it a curse that would haunt the archaeologists who dared to disturb the pharaoh's resting place. As the archaeologists began to study the mummy, strange things started to happen. They would hear whispers in the darkness, and the air was thick with an eerie silence. They started to feel like they were being watched, and they were plagued by terrible nightmares. One by one, the archaeologists began to die under mysterious circumstances. They would be found with their bodies twisted and contorted, as if they had been attacked by an invisible force. The locals whispered that the pharaoh's curse had come to life, and that the mummy was seeking revenge on those who had disturbed its resting place. The late archaeologist Dr. Carter refused to believe in the curse. He was convinced that there was a logical explanation for the deaths, and that the mummy was nothing more than a lifeless object. But as the days went on, he began to doubt his own beliefs. One night, as Dr. Carter was studying the mummy, he heard a rustling sound coming from the linen wrappings. He watched in horror as the mummy's eyes snapped open, and it rose from its tomb. The mummy had come to life, and it was seeking revenge on those who had disturbed its resting place. It chased Dr. Carter through the tomb, its twisted body moving with supernatural speed and agility. Carter knew that he had to find a way to stop the mummy before it killed him. As he searched for a way out of the tomb, Dr. Carter found an ancient spell that was said to be able to stop the mummy. He recited the spell, and the mummy froze in its tracks, its eyes blazing with fury. Dr. Carter knew that he had only bought himself a little time, and that he had to find a way to destroy the mummy for good. In a desperate move, Dr. Carter set fire to the tomb, hoping to destroy the mummy once and for all. As the flames consumed the tomb, the mummy let out a terrible scream and crumbled to dust. Carter stumbled out of the tomb, exhausted but relieved that he had survived the curse of the pharaoh's mummy. From that day on, Dr. Carter refused to study any more mummies. He knew that he had come too close to death, and that the power of the ancient curses was not to be trifled with. The tomb remained sealed, and the locals continued to believe in the curse of the pharaoh's mummy, warning others to stay far away from the ancient burial site.